Hey, what is going on, everyone? It is Socks, and today I bring to you one heck of a base build. So the Caligo is actually the first Dorito base that I have on the channel, and I'm extremely excited to share it with you guys. This base has so many peaks that raiders, they have just no idea where to look. This base is OP. If you guys like this base and want to see more from me, feel free to drop a sub and turn on post notifications. Hello everyone, welcome to the walkthrough for the Caligo. Without further ado, let's get right into the walkthrough. Okay, so the Caligo is a Dorito base that has 7 TCs. The first pair of TCs will be 3,400 frags. There are 3 of these. And then the other pair, or trio, of TCs will be 2,100. Moving on into the gatehouse, we've got Patricos aligned on both sides. We've got a furnace wall on both sides as well. Adds to the raid cost just a tiny bit. So on left side of the compound, we've got breach peaks that are set up. Looks kind of deep into your, on the outside part of your compound. And then you've also got look back peaks in case anyone's laddering up. Moving on in to the actual part of the base, we've got a wide gap section that kind of has a little area for refineries. Moving into the shell, we've got jump up here on the left side, and then we've got our actual shell here. This is first floor right here. We've got 2 box rooms for a lot of storage early on. This is TC right here. TC is 16K metal frags. This is with all deployables, by the way. Moving on up to second story, we've got more box storage. This is where our majority of the loot will be stored. But it also has access to inner peaks and just a whole slew of peaks, early on. We've got jump ups here on the sides. There's 3 of these type of jump ups, but they also lead to the jump ups here as well. So tons of mobility in this base. You really shouldn't have any issues moving around at all. This is just underneath the mountain roof that we've got going on. We've got peaks just about everywhere that you could imagine. What's really nice about this type of shell is we could section this off pretty easily to stop raiders from making their way to all areas of your base. Heading back down, we're going to go right back into the second floor. So right in here, we have a jump up to third floor, and this has no access to the outside, so this is kind of a very safe spot. We've got some bedrooms with easy kits right next to them, and just a little bit more box storage. And like I said, that's completely sealed off. The only way to get through that is if they get access to your core and go up from there. Moving to the actual shooting floor. We've got a bunch of peaks on the shooting floor. We've got wide gap peaks right here. You can shoot through here. You've got a really nasty peak right here, but you also have the ability to kind of scale up the ramp there. You've got a crouch peak right here, and it's the same on three sides, and then you've got a ramp peak here that leads to another ramp. So you've got 3 batteries up on the top roof area, and then you have another slanted roof section right here. And you could really abuse any sort of this the wide gap area that you can. But with that being said, that is the tutorial, or the walkthrough rather, for the Caligo. And now let's get right into the build. Here is the total cost to build this base from start to finish. I've also included the total cost in boxes so it's easier to understand. Now, let's get right into the video. Hello everyone, and welcome to the tutorial for the Caligo. There we go. Okay, so first thing is, Caligo is a Dorito base. So we're going to do triangle here, triangle off all of these. So this is the shape what we've got, and then a square on each section, just like that. So to start the starter, we're going to go ahead and create a door on one of those entrances right there. Okay, and then we're going to go half wall, low wall, and then we're going to do a full wall like this. We're going to seal both of those off, just like that. And then another hard side facing wall right there. So right here is going to be our jump up, and back here you can just quickly add that support and get rid of it, and then your TC will go right in this corner. And once you have that, you could add frames everywhere else that you might have missed, and go ahead and seal the rest off except for your jump up. If you want to go ahead right now, you could add that for right now. But yeah, that is just the starter. Next step will be adding externals. Okay, so now that you've got your starter, we're going to go ahead and start working on the externals. So just forewarning, I do have symmetry on, and it's three-sided. So one step that you see me do, you're going to have to repeat that 2 more times. So I come over to the square sections right here, and then I'm going to go out 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Cap that off with a triangle. Get rid of the build out. You want a half moon back, and then you're going to get a triangle in the middle with a square socket facing back out. And then you're going to do 3 more squares. 1, 2, 3. Cap that off with triangle, and then we're going to half moon back. Okay, so you should get a triangle that is extremely close, but not touching the starter. Get rid of your build out. You're going to go square, and then half walls around, just like this, and then 3 windows. And then you could place a frame right here, and then a ramp's going to go there eventually just for some drop boxes. Okay, so once you have those, we're going to go ahead and move to this side, and this side is pretty easy. These are just kind of where the corners come together. So you're going to go triangle, square, triangle, just like that, and then a triangle on both sides, just as such. And then to connect this, we're going to go triangle here and there. And these are extremely close, but they're not touching. So we're going to repeat that on this side. And then you've gotten that. So this is the basic shape for your shell. Now we're going to go ahead and add the wide gaps. So I come to the wide gap section right here, or this part is still going to be connected to main, but we'll have a wide gap off of this. So come to these 3 triangles, you're going to go out 3 squares. So 1, 2, 3. Get rid of your build out, and then you're just going to have a circle just like that. You're going to go square, triangle, and then come to the end of the square and just get a triangle just like that. And you could build, or you can get rid of your build out for that. So square, triangle here, and then 2 triangles right here, and leave the last. So right there, that is that. If you want to come to this section right here, we could actually just raise. Actually, no, keep that there. And then we're going to do just like that. And then windows are going to go up above both, or all 3 of those. What I like to do is I'll have 2 frames like that. And then this will be the entrance into your oil refinery area. And then I have 2 single doors just like that. And then once I have that, I put a ceiling on that, and then 3 frames. This will allow me to put low walls, and then you can cap that off. And then to build furthermore on this, we are going to do walls right here, and then windows just like that. If you want to, you can go quickly and place your Patricos or make these Patricos right here. And then let's go ahead and connect this to a TC right here. So right here, I just add this. This just makes it easier to make an external off of right here. So you want to get add that triangle and then build 2 triangles out to get this third. Delete those 2, and then you're going to go out 2 squares. 2, and then 3 triangles, just like that. Right here, you're going to do 2 half walls. Make sure those are half walls. If you don't, the disconnectable won't work. And then right there. And then we won't connect these at this point, but we're going to go ahead and move on over to our other area. This is our gatehouse. We do 2, and then on the third one, you do triangles on either side, and you can get rid of this build out right here. So this is going to be our gatehouse. We're going to quickly build that. 2 windows on each side, and then this is your entrance. And I put single doors. Some people do those as double doors, but I like single. And then you want to do hard side facing out to make those Patricos. You want to have the hard side facing out because you don't want them soft siding to get inside of your compound. And then half walls up like that, and then low walls in the middle. This creates depot boxes, spot for depot boxes, but your turret can shoot over this. So you have that, and then go ahead and place 2 frames on each side, just as such. So now that you've got your gatehouse, you can go ahead and put a frame right here off of the one we built earlier, and then you can do 2 frames just like that to connect the gatehouse to the multi-TC section. Now we're going to go to the gatehouse just right here and repeat what we did on the other side. So 2 triangles out to get this third, and then we're going to go 2 squares. So 1, 2, 3 triangles, delete your build out, 2 half walls, encase the rest, put a ceiling on that, and then you can place your TC. Now, once you have this, you can go ahead and connect all of these externals to the gatehouses and the wide gap portion. So what I do is quickly, you build your, build up right there just to get the support for these 2 frames, and then you can connect it like this. Once you have it connected, you can just go ahead and get rid of your build up for that. So you just rinse and repeat on this side. And then you can delete your buildup. Okay, so now once you have that, everything is connected. Nothing should be decaying except for this right here. So what I like to do is I'll do, this will be another single wall right here. You'll have 2 frames. This is going to be your jump up. So you'll have that. And then to make this connect, all you've got to do is, once you get this, you're going to place a wall right here, and then place a ceiling just like that. And then make sure to do this as stone. This is going to be a stone one. This will help later on once we need to use that to make sure you can't fall through. So once you have that, that is connected to this part. It won't be decaying. And then you can go ahead, let's switch back to metal. You can go ahead and add that if you want. These are just going to make up your inner peaks later. Now we are going to go ahead and move to the part that we haven't sealed up yet. All you need to do is on both sides, just 2 walls and then a door. And these could be locker kits, these could be furnaces, whatever your team needs at the moment. So once you have that, we're going to go ahead and put a square section like this and then a triangle off this. So as you can see that this completes our second floor. Now would also be a good time to go ahead and add just frames on these. These are going to help support the wide gap portion later. And it makes sure that no one can get in your base. So at this point in time, that is how I would build this up. And that gets us ready for the next step, which is second floor and inner peaks. Okay, now once you have your externals done, we're going to go ahead and work on the second and third floor. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and turn symmetry on for this. I like to come to the double side, or the right side of this double square section. And then I'll place a single door just as such. And then you can go ahead and like, close everything in. So this is the shape that you should be looking for right now. And then you're going to go to where you're looking straight on at this single door, and then you're going to place a door with the inside of it facing you. What I'd recommend is I would utilize this as box space. Go ahead and throw a frames everywhere, and go ahead and what is it called? Put a ceiling on that. Go to your jump up. Make sure you don't seal up your jump up. That's your jump up right there. Everything else should look like this. Now we're going to go ahead and turn symmetry back on, and we're going to go ahead and work on the shell. So first things first, I'll go ahead, add a support here. We're just going to build up this jump up here, put frames just like that, and you can go ahead and seal that up. Now on these window parts right here, we're going to do 2 half walls, and then do a window right here. And then you want to come to the outside part of this, put a frame on both sides just like that. Make sure you do it on this side, and just like that. Now this is your actual jump up right here. We're going to go throw 3 more windows like this, and then a doorway, and then put that, cap that off with a ceiling. And here you're going to go and put a ramp. So now we're going to add the inner peaks, and this is really important. So the way we do our inner peaks here, we're going to do this, and the reason why we keep the stone is because you cannot fall through these right now. If you upgrade this to metal, you will be able to fall through it. If you like that, upgrade it to metal. If you don't want to fall through it, keep it stone. And then finishing off the inner peaks, we're just going to put a square and a triangle just like that. So once we have second floor done, we're going to go ahead and work on third floor real quick. So third floor is a little bit different. We're going to do pretty much the same structure as we did on the second floor, but instead of being full walls, it'll be a half wall and then a low wall. Half wall, low wall, half wall, low wall. And the difference is we're not going to have a door here. It'll be half wall, low wall, and then half wall, low wall. So this will be bedrooms right here, and then I like to put frames on all of that. So make sure that that's framed up, and here you can go ahead and seal, or actually keep it like this, because sealing this floor is a little difficult. So moving to the actual jump up side right here. We're going to do wall on both sides, and then in the middle, we're going to go half wall, window. And then we're going to again put a wall here, half wall. This will be the jump up to the actual shooting floor part. So once you have that, you can go ahead and seal that up, and just like this. And then here, we're going to go window on both of those. I would highly, and I mean highly, recommend you use the shipment on these, because it gives you a better peek. You get a better peek off that. So I use the shipment on both of those, or all of the ramps on this build, just because it gives me a more clear peek, and it's not the sheet metal conditional kind of messing with it. So here you can go up on top of your jump up where the ramp's at, and you can put 3 frames just like that. And then back to these triangle frames, we're going to do a triangle ladder hatch frame, and then 2 low walls, and then you can seal that up. So frame, 2 low walls, and then cap that off. Here you can do a low wall facing out, and then a ceiling on this, and this we'll add the ramp there later, but now we're just going to go ahead and seal this up. So what I like to do is I will go mirror this, square 2 frames, and then you're going to do triangles just as such. So you should have this gap. That's the gap that you want. And now that you've done that, you'll be able to connect these to the jump ups on either side. So this is the shape that you should have. This is why we have to make these low walls, because it doesn't connect as it should. But this makes everything good. And then after this, this makes you eligible to start working on the shooting floor. So move to the outside here. Just add frames up on either side, just like that. So that's the shape you should be looking at. And with this, you should be able to start working on the shooting floor. So right here, this is what I do. And then I place again, I use the shipment container on that. And you should be able to cap that off. Now here, this is where it also gets interesting. This is going to be your wide gap peaks as well. So I will place the ceilings there, and then a window, half wall window. So window on the side facing towards this this high peak, then half wall window. And then up here, you should do window, and then a shipment container like that. So to repeat on this side, I just find the wide gap part, and I look left, and then I know that my window should be metal with a shipment just like this. And once that's done, you can go ahead back to this and place that. Once you have this, you should be able to place 2 shipment ramps like this. And that you're still able to shoot through this, but also this. If you have it as a big, the sheet metal, it's not the end of the world, but it does kind of make this wide gap not as useful. So once you have your shooting floor, that's pretty much the structure of the base. But we'll go ahead and add our little sections here, so it's a little easier to retake the roof if you ever kind of lose it during a raid. So I do the frames like this. You can go ahead and put that, and I do that. And then I put a low wall right here so that they cannot access that part. So you'll put doors on either of those. And then in the middle, I like to give our core a little bit of honeycomb. So I'll do that. And then on these sides, this is where I would put the batteries. So that is, I put the batteries on those. And then up here, this is where I put the windmills. If I could build it. Go up however high your builder or your electrician desires, but windmills will go up there. If you want, you can go ahead and block this off right here and make another bedroom. Always an option. I have built this base, and I think you can make do without it. But yeah, now last thing is we're going to go ahead and make the furnace wall and connect the compounds. Okay, now once you have your base built, you can honestly just skip to this part if you want to get your compound up sooner. But I like to place the large furnaces first and then the compound second. So I'll make it to where that they cannot jump through that little half wall, and then I will just kind of split the difference on the corner of that wall right here. It's a little tight, but it allows you to utilize these breach peaks a lot better. So once you have that, we'll just repeat the same on the other side. Again, I start with the gatehouse. Make sure that you place it far enough out that they cannot jump through that. And then I would repeat the other side by just going and splitting the difference. I might have done that a little bad. Still works. Okay, and then here I like to start on the gatehouse again with the walls and just kind of find where it'll let you place that first one. And then I like to come to this window right here, and I like to put this wood wall right in the middle of it because that uses that breach peak. You'll have pretty good access. And I have it angled pretty far out just to make sure that I have enough room to kind of split the difference in the middle here with this last wood wall. It just had it. Not perfect, but it still works. The more you play around with it, the better you'll find what works, what doesn't. So again, I come to the gatehouse first. I'll place that first one, and then I'll go over to this, make sure that's splitting the window up to the top left. Make sure that it's angled out far enough, and then that's a lot better of a placement. And then I always like to show you guys how I would place these barricades. So I do two ceilings like this, and just do that, seal that off, and then I can make sure that I get this done with two barricades, sorry. Then once you have that, you can delete your buildup for that. And then if you really want to, you have the ability to place another one down here. Not always necessary. Like, I don't know if it'll let me place this time, but yeah, I mean, in my normal wipes, I'll make that work. But it's not always necessary. See, like here, it'll let me place it. I think it's because I placed those ones above. But here, I would probably recommend that, and then you can get rid of this. But I would recommend that just so that they can't build up around it. It makes it a lot more challenging for them. But here, you can most likely get away with it. Thank you so much for everyone that stuck around to watch this build in its entirety. If you guys like this base and want to see more bases built from me, feel free to drop a like and comment what base you'd like to see me build next. I am Socks, and I will see you guys in the next build tutorial.